Surprise, we are here and we're going to be open today. Welcome everyone. I'm Linda Daniels and you are now inside Northampton Walls. Thanks for joining me today at Lunch with Linda. There will probably be people in and out because it is a holiday. Whether you celebrate Columbus Day or call it Indigenous People Day, there are lots of people in town. It's the Paradise City Arts Festival out at the Three County Fairgrounds, and so we're going to be seeing a lot of traffic through town for that as well. Besides the fact that a lot of the colleges had this as their break, and today's the day when parents usually bring their kids back into school. So we're seeing a lot of that kind of activity as well. In addition to that, it is free parking because it is a holiday. So if you are out and about this afternoon, I will be here until 5 o'clock today. We will be open if you need yarn or a needle or a pattern or just want to come by and say hello. So I can't quite see. Again, it's a little bit far and Kate's busy with some customers. Hi Dale, Eileen, Bonnie. I'm glad to have you joining me. Linda. All right. Whew. So we're going to do short and sweet today so that if you have the day off, do you have the day off? You can get on with the rest of the things that you want to do today. So I first want to give you an update. Remember last week I was talking about, we showed Kate's knitting sample and how the colors just weren't showing up the way that she wanted to. This was her first 2-color sample in here. She then thought maybe the dark green would work better, and that's the 2 colors in there, and it doesn't work at all. So she finally went to a more yellow color, and that seems to be working. So she's using this as the body. This is the color that works, that shows up the most, and this is the darker green that she thought would work but doesn't. And so now she's toying with, because she needs an additional color, maybe using the dark gray. Again, this is just a great sample to show all of you what happens when you are actually doing charts or actually doing color work. You think something would work. I mean, these really look like they should contrast nicely, but this green in those stitches just disappears. So Kate kindly brought it in again to show all of you guys what her progress is, and we'll continue to watch her try to make decisions and try to make this the best sweater ever. So that's a quick update with Kate's progress. I wanted to show you a couple of the new books that we got in. So you've heard me talk a lot about the doodle cards and the different stitch patterns there are out there, and we just got in this new book, Knit Dovation. It's a stitch dictionary, and it's along the same lines as the doodle cards, and I'll tell you, I cannot believe that with a simple little graph you can just keep on making more and more and more delightful, fun stitch patterns. So this book is filled with ideas and charts and swatches. But there's a secret in this book that I absolutely love. This is what makes this book worth getting. In the very beginning, you know, the beginning of every book is a lot of information, which you really should read. But at the beginning of this book, there are several pages where the author has done a swatch in the same stitch pattern, but with different colors, but with different yarns. And she tells you, this one is a woolen spun Shetland. And you get a real good idea of what that's going to look like. This one over here is done with Icelandic wool. This one on the very end, where's my finger? This one is done with a woolen spun Cormo wool. She shows you what it will look like done in mohair or a mohair silk blend. It's fascinating to see the difference in what the fiber content does with that color work. So it's an amazing resource just in that, for that alone. But it's all different charts, from very simple to very complex. I'm really impressed with the work that went into this book, and just the number of swatches that she ended up knitting. Talks a lot about color work and the contrast that you need in colors. So I would really recommend. I bought one of these and took it home to put in my library right away. So that's one of the new books. The other new book that we got in is really a fun thing. It's an older book that's been around for a while, but it did come out in print again, and we were able to snag a few of them just in time for Halloween. And that's this crocheted animal hats, because we want to keep our crocheted friends happy. But this is a collection of hat designs that are all animals, and they are sized for both a child or an adult. There aren't a lot of sizes. You're not going to see toddler, child, because most children, by the time they're ready to wear a hat like this, have close to an adult size head anyway. But these are really, really fun designs, quick. If you're a crocheter, you know you could work something up in plenty of time for a Halloween costume, and they're just so cute and so fun. Let me show you a couple of others. Look at that tiger. That one's really sweet. Almost all of them are done with either worsted or bulky weight yarn, and don't take a lot of time to actually complete. Here's a parrot. But there was one. You know, my grandson is going to be Sven in the play Frozen this November, and I thought, oh, I think I have to make this hat for him to wear, this reindeer. So this one's probably a little bit more complex, just because you have to do the antlers and stuff them and hard enough to make them stand up, but really, really fun. So we've got a few copies of these if you're looking for something quick to make in order to dress up your Halloween. Let's see, can't really see, but Kate's taking care of saying hello. Thank you, Kate. The other thing that we got in for crocheters are a bunch of crochet stickers. We have had a lot of stickers in here for knitters, but now we also have crochet stickers as well. So if you've been looking for some crochet things, they are here, and some of them are really, really cute. I hope you can see, like this. I love this one with the cactus and the crochet hook. Really fun. And this one. These are all the $1 stickers, so you can get several of them to really decorate your notebook, decorate your drinking bottle, just decorate. I don't know which way that one goes, probably like that, like that, I don't know. But we've got a whole selection now of crochet stickers as well as the knit stickers. So take a look at those the next time you come in. Really cute. We've been waiting for this to come in, and this is a limited series from Lemonwood. They are the makers of the mini minders, and this one is specifically for fall. We've put one of the little Freya mini skeins on this mini minder, but I want to be able to show you what makes it so special. So let me unhook it and take the yarn off and show you the bottom. Look at that color, the leaves in different colors. The post has raindrops on it because we get rain a lot in fall. And like I said, we just put one of the great fall color mini skeins from Freya on that mini minder.
It's called Harvest.
It's called, oh, the color's called Harvest?
Yeah.
Thanks, Kate. Now, just because the mini minder is fall doesn't mean you have to only knit fall colors. You can use it for whatever yarn you have. And you know what these are for. You are able now to carry your yarn around as you crochet or knit, and that yarn ball is not traveling all over the floor or getting away from you or getting caught in a zipper on a knitting bag or pouch. It stays right there and really, really easy and convenient to use. We just spent the morning putting together the beginnings of our Halloween window, and we were able to use one of these in the window. So make sure you come by and take a look at our spookiness in the window and how even the knitting ghouls are using the mini minder. So we've got a limited number of these in, but we also restocked the sheep, both the sheep and the plant series as well. So hopefully if you've been waiting and thinking about getting one of these, this is the time to get it. It's perfect when you go to those football games or soccer games. What a great way to take that with you. Hey, Bonnie, if you're on here, I want to know, did you take your knitting to the hockey game? Bonnie was here. She's been here for a little bit, and I was talking to her on Saturday, and she was worried that they weren't going to let her bring her knitting needles in at the Mullins Center, if that's where the hockey is. I'm not sure. I think it is. Because they started to be a little sticky about it. What did she say?
Did they really?
Yes, I did. Good.
Sucks.
Good. Yeah, they didn't like Bonnie knitting when she was working there. They didn't like her knitting during the basketball games, and they tried to stop her, but Bonnie gave them flack. She talked back. Yay, Bonnie.
Yeah.
That's the only way to do it. Nobody's going to stop me from knitting, except for maybe on a plane. It is a gorgeous day out there today, so if you do have the day off, I hope you get outside and get to enjoy some of the weather. That really gorgeous day. So I know I showed you this yarn before, but I've started to work with it. I fell in love with it when I saw it and ordered it. I fell in love with it again when it came in and we were able to take it out of the bags and put it on the shelf. And I've fallen in love with it for a third time. And that is this Shaba right here. This yarn is smooth and scrunchy. Look at that, squeezy. And really, really, really nice and easy to work with. That was one of the things that I liked about it when I first saw it. I thought this is going to be a great beginner yarn, and sure enough, it is. I took this color and took it to my crochet class and started a pair of fingerless mitts with it there, and man, I really did fall in love with it again. So as soon as I came back into the store, I started a pair of mittens. Look at how that knits up.
So fun.
I love it. I really, really love the way this yarn knits, the texture of it, and the way the colors just kind of all fall. It's really very different than any other, it's not a self-striping yarn than any other multicolored yarn that kind of falls all over the place. I just love how this is kind of staticky, and boy does it feel nice. It is 90% wool and 10% poly, so it has a really smooth texture to it and a really soft feel to it. Oh, I'm gonna love these mittens.
Yeah.
I really am.
It's just the joy of yarn.
It is.
It changed color.
It is the joy of yarn. So this is this color that I'm knitting with, and like I said, I'm really, really happy with it. And it's a huge skein. It's 100 grams, and it's about 165 yards. So there's plenty to make a pair of mittens, a hat, or a scarf. There's also this bright green with the lettucey green and yellow, brown, and purple. I think I really love the color combinations that they have come up with too. Here's a real autumny one. Yeah. That's going to be really, really beautiful. I think this pink is probably the tamest of the colors, and then there's this one that is also a bit more subdued, a little bit brighter than the first one that I showed you, and then one more in the blues.
Classic.
Really blue, black, gray. Oh my gosh, so pretty. So I just wanted to show you guys how that's knitting up, because I knew I fell in love with this yarn for a reason, and now I know why. Because it's perfect. It's perfect, perfect, perfect. Which brings me to the last thing that I want to talk about. So this coming Saturday is I Love Yarn Day, a day all about yarn. And now I can't tell you who started it. I think it was the Craft Industry Alliance. They started I Love Yarn Day. And what's supposed to happen, what really is supposed to happen, is that if you are a knitter or a crocheter, they are hoping that you will go out and teach somebody else how to knit or crochet. So the whole purpose of I Love Yarn Day is to share your love of yarn by teaching somebody else what to do with it. So if you've got a chance or an opportunity to do that, I hope you take advantage of that. I know Marissa is teaching a Learn to Knit class here at the store on that day. I didn't actually connect those two things until now. So if you know somebody who wants to learn to knit, we do have a Learn to Knit class, a Learn to Knit in 3 hours with Marissa on Saturday. But that's the whole purpose of it. But we will not object if you want to come in and hug some yarn. We'll help you do that, and you can hug it all the way home. So I hope you have a chance to teach somebody, have a chance to dig some yarn out of your stash and knit with it, or have a chance to come on in and find some new yarn. I will certainly help you pick some out for your next project. So like I said, short and sweet today. That is really everything that I have. Oh yeah, I just also wanted to say, you can tell I am definitely a DPN girl.
Yeah.
I love double pointed needles, but you can make mittens on magic loop or with 2 circular needles, whichever you are most comfortable with. These mittens will work on that. Okay, so all I have to say, I know I keep staring at them. I just can't take my eyes off of them. All I have to say is I hope you enjoy your week and make sure you go knit something. Bye.